This is the Family Madrigal, written in 2021 by Manuel Miranda from Encanto. I play it capoed up here on the 1st fret. So everything I say will be relative to this capo. So if I sound in playing a C, it's going to look like this, even though that's truly a D flat. I'll play it capoed up on this 1st fret because it's the same key they play it in if you want to play with a soundtrack. This is in by no means the entire song. It's just basically showing the chord structure of the song. There are multiple melodies associated with each one of these parts. I'll try to show a couple of them through this lesson. There's a couple of foreshadowings in here of other songs to come later. One is when Abuela is singing. That's just dos or gratuitas. And the Family Madrigal is really just waiting on a miracle. I've broken this down into 4 parts that are repeated a couple of times each, with many variations in each part. I will try to show you the variations as I get to them. This first part is a 1, 4, 5 in C. It starts out in G. It's a G and a C and an F and a C. And it's a G and it's a C and it's an F and it's a G. When I play this G, I don't hit the 1st string. On the 2nd string, I'm playing the D note, which is on the 3rd fret. And this is the drawers, doors, floors part. For the most part, I'm playing 2 strings. I'm playing the top note as the melody note and then the string directly below it. So the first melody on the G chord is on the D note on the 2nd string, and I'm just playing the open 3rd string. And then I go to the C chord, and there the melody's on the 1st and then 2nd string. Once again, I'm playing 2 notes. And then the F chord. You can play a complete F, or you can just make this F and then go back down to the C. And then for this F, the melody is on the 3rd string, it's in the chord, and then you go up to this G, where the melody's on the open 2nd string. Now you can slide up to this bar chord if you're more comfortable with that. And then the whole thing just repeats again. To the next part. And here the chord structure is an A minor, G, C, F. And what I'm doing there for the A minor is I'm barring the 5th fret, 1st 3 strings, and hitting an open A for the bass. So it's... And then the G chord, I'm hitting the G on the 6th string in the bass and running down that run, which is G, F, E, D with the G in the bass. So those first 2 chords are and then it goes to a C. Now the C, you're hitting an F note for your melody on the first string, and then E, and then a D, and then a C. And then you jump down to an F chord, hitting your third string as your melody. So that whole run is... Then you just do it again. And then you do it a third time, for the most part. When you get to the F, instead of going down, you go up to this F, which looks like a D, but it just moved up. And then you go to this B flat chord. And that B flat is barred up here on the 6th fret. And I just go between the 2nd and 3rd strings. And then you jump down to this F chord, barred F. And then hit this G note on the 1st string. And back to the F on the 1st string. So once again, this A minor run the last time through is... And then to the E flat. And then it moves to the next part, which is a G minor, F, C. For the G minor, you hit the 3rd string for your melody, and then you go to an F, and the melody there is 2nd and 4th strings, and then a C chord, where you hit the 2nd string on the C, D, E. So that whole phrase is... And then it repeats the chords. And this time for the C, it's F, E, C. And then we're on our way. And then again. And that time I do an F, E, C, D, F, E, C. And then again. Some of the variations the second time around, they use the same chord structure, but they'll just put a little different melody in there. Like... And then it's We Don't Talk About Produce. Once again, the same chord structure. Two guys fell in love with the family madrigal. For where the Tio Felix married Peppa part, they actually changed the chord structure just a little bit. So they go from a G minor to an F, a C, and then a C7. And that's how Abuela, going back to the G minor, became an Abuela. And after she becomes an Abuela, it becomes Abuela's turn to sing her song. It changes key there, actually, but we go to an F chord. So it starts in F. So the melody starts on the 3rd string. second string on the D note, back to the C note. And then it goes to an A minor chord. And there the melody is third string, second string C, D on the second string, and back to the C. And then it goes to an F7th chord, playing the same melody, third string, second string C, D, C, and then it moves to a B flat chord, where the melody is on the third string, first fret of the second string, third fret of the second string. So these first couple of chords are. And then you move to a B flat chord. And then a B flat minor. And what I'm doing there is I'm holding down the third fret of the third and fourth strings. And I'm playing third string, second string being held down by this bar on the first fret, back to the third string, and then back to the F. And for this F chord, it's second fret on the third string, third fret, and then you move to an A7th, playing your first string, open E as your melody. And when I get to this A7th, I just roll down and back up the first three strings. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. The D minor, hitting the first and second string, and then to a B flat chord, hitting your third and second strings, back to the F chord, hitting your second and third strings, back to the A7th, D minor, and this time you go to a C chord with the melody on the C, D, E, F. And then an F low. And if you were playing dos or oruguitas, you'd go, but we're not. We go back to the family madrigal. So the Abuela part from the A7th on.